Hello and welcome to the Dream Team Professor podcast. My name is Scott, and in this episode, we're looking at the top point scorers and key talking points for Game Week 9 Dream Team so far. Now, we're going to start off with Arsenal 2, Liverpool 2. Bukayo Saka, the main talking point. We didn't know whether or not he'd start or not. It was looking like he probably was, but a lot of people took him out because they didn't want to take the risk, myself included. He was back from injury for this game and scored inside 9 minutes. Came away with 9 points as well in this game. So a little bit frustrating if you did take him out. But I doubt he's going to play Preston in midweek. I'd be surprised if he does. So if you did go for someone that might play a double game week, it may not be the end of the world. But I think you'd be happy if you did end up keeping with him. Timber also made the squad, but went off injured again. I don't know how serious it looked. I think it looked like he went down with cramp a couple of times beforehand. So maybe not so serious. But the injury problems are stacking up for Arsenal at the back. So you also had Gabriel, who went off with a knee injury in the 54th minute. Ben White was playing centre-back in this game and Partey right-back already just because Saliba was suspended, and there's quite a lot of injury problems with Calafiori out as well. So not looking good for the Arsenal defence at the moment. Liverpool got a quick equaliser to the Saka goal with Virgil van Dijk. So his second goal of the season, he got 8 points. It was a Trent corner, but it was flicked on by Luis Diaz, who a lot of people also recently sold. He got 7 points in this game. He was subbed off early, though, in the 63rd minute, which is something that's quite frustrating if you do have Luis Diaz. It seems like that swap with Gakpo is quite regular, whether or not it's a swap during the game or Gakpo starting with Diaz on the bench, which has been happening quite a bit recently. Trent blanked 2 points in this game. Obviously, the cross was really good with the flick on, taking the assist away from Trent. And he did have a really nice pass through to Darwin Núñez, who then assisted Salah later in the game. So it wasn't a bad game for Trent, but didn't really reflect in the points. So just 2 for him. You had Mikel Merino, got his first goal for Arsenal, 10 points. Got on the end of a Declan Rice free kick, which was checked for bloody ages by VAR as well. Felt like they were trying to find a way to rule that one out. Declan Rice got 8 points, a bonus point, and now he's on 1 goal, 2 assists for the season. 13 bonus points as well, so ticking along nicely. I mentioned that Salah goal in the 81st minute, so 11 points for Salah. A really nice finish, and that's 8 goals, 7 assists for the season for him as well. Now, not his most lively game, but as soon as he gets near the goal, you always think he's going to score. He got right in behind Lewis Skelly, who had to come on for Arsenal. A little bit inexperienced in that regard, I think. Nothing for Havertz, nothing for Martinelli, and just the 3 points, I think it was, for Trossard. So pretty disappointing if you went for any of the other Arsenal attackers. Darwin Núñez came away with an assist, 5 points. And then both keepers pretty much blanked. So Kelleher with the 1 point and David Raya with the 1 point after getting a booking for a little bit of time wasting. Man City 1, Southampton 0. Many expected a battering, myself included, but it was a frustrating day for Manchester City and Erling Haaland captainers. It started really, really well with an Erling Haaland 5th minute goal, and it looked like it was going to be one that opened up the floodgates. But it ended up being quite a frustrating afternoon for Haaland. His goal was assisted by Matheus Nunes, who got 7 points, 1 bonus, and a big chance created. He was playing on the left wing with Doku and Grealish, both out injured currently. 2 goals, 4 assists for him now. So he's doing really, really well off the back of his 19-pointer against Sparta Prague as well. So maybe someone that we can keep an eye on. With these 2 injuries. Haaland went on to have 4 shots on target in this game and 12 points. So he did still get quite a healthy return, but there were some real big misses in there. 2.33 XG. Watching it, I feel like he could have easily ended up with a hat-trick in this game, but it just wasn't happening for him. Foden got a start after being benched in the last Premier League game. He did play in the Champions League and get that goal. But no attacking returns in this one, but 3 bonus points, 6 points in total. Savinho was really, really impressive. 10 points for him, 14 player performance marks, which put him on 5 bonus points, 2 big chances created, and a shot on target. So he becomes the highest bonus point scoring player on the game with 21. It's back-to-back clean sheets now for Man City defence. John Stones, though, was benched after his back-to-back goals recently. Lewis, Akanji, Diaz and Vardiol started as the back 4. Lewis and Vardiol are now 2nd and 3rd highest defenders in the game, closing in on Trent Alexander-Arnold, who's significantly more expensive. Diaz 3.6 million, got 9 points, and he's going to be due a rise just as long as they get a result in midweek. It could be a cheaper option into the City defence, but I still prefer the other two, Lewis and Vardiol, if you can get there. West Ham 2, Man United 1. The final nail in the coffin for Eric Ten Hag. So the first half, United actually played pretty well, I thought. I was watching this one, and United just didn't take their chances. Garnacho got 3 points, hit the crossbar, looked pretty dangerous. Bruno Fernandes was sort of running the show. I'm not just saying it because I brought him in this week. He really did create some big chances. Came away with just the 5 points and a bonus point. Had a really nice pass through to Dalot, who went on to have the miss of the season currently, skying it straight over the bar. He only got the 3 points, 1 bonus and some tackle points. 3 halftime subs, though, from West Ham shifted the game in their favour. You had Somerville off the bench, scored in the 74th minute, got 8 points. 7 player performance marks, slightly off of getting those 3 bonus points. You had Casemiro, who got the equaliser quite soon after, 13 points, bonus, 2 shots on target, tackles, and a big chance created. Xerxes assist for that one. But what I thought was an awful decision for a penalty given to West Ham changed the game completely. So I didn't see anything wrong with this. And let me know what you think of that penalty decision. Danny Ings won the penalty and Bowen put it away. But yeah, I thought it was a really poor decision that changed the game. Bowen, 11 points, 4 goals, 3 assists for the season. But yeah, that's the end of Ten Hag at Manchester United. Palace 1, Spurs 0. The main team news was Son was replaced by Mikey Moore, the youngster for Spurs. Son apparently was just precautionary, should be back quite soon, coming off the back of an injury. Mateta got the only goal of the game, which was assisted by an outrageous pass from Eze, almost like a chop / back heel. 9 points for Eze. 1 bonus, 1 shot on target, tackle points, and a big chance created. Absolutely ran the show. More like what we're used to seeing from Eze. Brennan Johnson, who's been really, really popular recently, disappointed again. He hit the post, but he didn't really know much about it. Madison, Kulusevski as well, 2 players that I've got subbed early in the 62nd minute along with Moore. Madison is getting a little bit concerning now. So he's been sort of rotated and been getting early subs quite recently. Still 6 points, bonus, 2 shots on target and tackles. But I'm starting to get a little bit frustrated about him getting taken off early in these games. It was a 2-point blank for Kulusevski as well. He had a shot on target, but did get booked in this one. Udogie is interesting. So he has now gone above Porro for overall points. He's played a lot more games than Porro as well. So he's playing in Europe. And he's had 11 ppm, 1 off maximum bonus in this match. So 6 points and a big chance created. He had Vicario, 5 points, 5 saves and a bonus. So still doing okay considering it was a 1-0 loss. Munoz, defender for Palace, 9 tackles, 10 points in this game. Pretty impressive for those tackle numbers. You got Solanke, who just keeps disappointing at the minute. Really hasn't lived up to expectations so far at Spurs. A lot of people have now transferred him out of frustration, but I'd be tempted still to hang on for that Ipswich game, but if you haven't got the patience, you can always get him out and get him back in for it. Chelsea 2, Newcastle 1. So these two will face it off again in midweek in the Carabao Cup. Gordon was out injured, so Almiron came in for him. There was an early goal for Palmer, really early, but it was ruled out for the tight offside. And then he had an outrageous pass to Neto, who then assisted a Jackson goal. Neto has actually been pretty good recently, so 10 points for him in this game, 9 points for Jackson. That's Jackson's 6th goal of the season, and then Neto's up to 2 goals, 3 assists. He did actually start the last European fixture, so it's hard to find a Chelsea player that starts both the European matches and the Premier League matches. But the only downside is Neto didn't start against Liverpool. It was Madueke and Sancho. But maybe if Sancho's fallen out of favour, Neto might be getting a couple more games here and there. Could be one to watch. Isak, 10 points, got the goal for Newcastle. It was a Hall assist for the equaliser. Hall himself got 9 points and 3 bonus. And then finally, Cole Palmer scored in the second half of a near post finish. Someone that I bought in a couple of weeks back, but someone that was really, really popular this week as well because of the double game week. We're still not sure whether he will play in the Carabao Cup or not. But if he does, there could be good potential in this one. It was a Lavia assist for that. I mentioned Neto. He also hit the post from a header. And then Reece James, so played 90 minutes in this game. So coming back from injury, he got 5 points and 3 bonus. Penalty was awarded to Chelsea. So I was sort of thinking that I was going to get some more points from Cole Palmer. And Nkunku went down though a bit too easily and it was overturned by VAR. And then Bruno Guimaraes, the last person really, 3 bonus points and 5 points, business as usual for him. Always does really, really well for bonus. Villa 1, Bournemouth 1. So Bournemouth off the back of beating my team, Arsenal. Digne had a dangerous cross from a set piece that almost set Onana up for a header. He was lucky to be the highest scoring player for Villa, Digne, after getting subbed off before Bournemouth's equaliser in the game. 9 points, a big chance created, and a bonus point for Digne. You had Watkins almost with an assist. He assisted John McGinn's goal, but that was chalked off as they saw after VAR that the ball went out of play in the build-up. Rodgers was subbed off before 60 minutes, so just after his haul last week. I think people would have been expecting a little bit more from Rodgers. Maybe, though, where he went off early, he might be playing in midweek. Mr. Consistent, Tielemans, 5 points, 3 bonus. Always seems to do really, really well with bonus points, but was booked in this match. There's quite a few popular players that were booked as well. Onana, Cash, Digne, all picking up a yellow. You had Ross Barkley came on at half-time for Onana. I didn't see any injury, though. I think that must have been a tactical one. Onana does seem to get subbed a little bit early in some of these games. You had Leon Bailey come off the bench and get an assist for the only goal of the game, which was scored by Barkley. And then Watkins, so 2 games without a goal for him, but still 5 points, 2 shots on target and a big chance created. 96th minute equaliser from Evan Nilsson. So a lot of people, I reckon, were probably checking their scores, checking what the clean sheet points would do for them. But Evan Nilsson ruined that. So wiped the clean sheet for a popular Villa defence and keeper. So Martinez still managed 4 points, 2 saves and a bonus. You also had Konsa, who managed 5 bonus shot on target and tackles. Brentford 4, Ipswich 3. So Brian Mbeumo, the man of the moment. Really, really popular this game week because he has that double where he could be playing Sheffield Wednesday in midweek. He's grabbed a brace in this one, maybe a slightly jammy one. So 17 points. He had a pen early in the second half. And then a cross made its way into the net for the last minute winner in the game. Huge haul though, with potential Carabao Cup match still to play. He's currently on 8 goals for the season as well. So red hot form for Mbeumo. Wissa started back from injury and played 90 minutes, which is promising. He scored and assisted, so 14 points for Wissa. Lewis Potter, 8 points. Janel, 8 points. And Rorislev, 4. They all got assists. £1.9 million keeper Muric got 7 saves, but just come away with 2 points after conceding 4 goals. You had Leif Davis, 2.5 million, also equaled Trent's 2 assists for the season in this game. 6 big chances created for the season for Leif Davis. He had Hurst grabbed a goal and an assist. Smonix got a goal. And then Delap, who started on the bench, which was quite surprising, he came on and scored as well. Brighton 2, Wolves 2. So Brighton throwing away a 2-goal lead late on. You had Dunk was injured in the warm-up, so Igor came in. Wolves' fixtures run is looking quite good, though. So there's some players that we might want to have a look at from this one. You had Welbeck scored the first goal of the game, and it was his 6th of the season. Got stretchered off in the last match, so good to see him back starting. You had Rutter with an assist, so he's returned in his last 4 games running 2 goals, 2 assists in that run. Ferguson and Lamptey combined off the bench to get the second goal. But Wolves' comeback started in the 88th minute and 93rd minute goals. So Ait Nouri, 9 points, scored his 3rd goal of the season. He's also got 2 assists, so 5 attacking returns for him, the defender. Now on 4 yellow cards, though, so he will miss a game after his next yellow. You had Ballon d'Orson, 1.9 million. He got an assist, 8 points, 3 bonus in this game, and tackle points as well. And then you had Cunha, 12 points for the match winner. So goal, bonus, 2 shots on target, and a big chance created. That's his 4th of the season, and he has 7 bonus points now. Probably not that many people interested in Brighton and Wolves players because they're not in Europe and they don't have the Carabao Cup fixtures. But all Premier League sides do have a single game week in Game Week 11 and a double game week in Game Week 13. So these might come back into our dream team thinking a little bit later. Leicester 1, Nottingham Forest 3. There's only one man we can really talk about from this game. Is in the form of his life. Forest's main attacking threat. It's Matt Sells in goal. So he got an assist for Chris Wood's second goal in this game. Pinpoint precision with the long ball. People wanted to get this assist removed because it hit Wout face on the way through. You need to have a word with yourself. Let Matt Sells have his glory. Chris Wood, he was all right as well. So he got 2 goals, 16 points in this game, taking his tally up to 7 goals for the season. He had Yates, 11 points, a goal. Anderson, his second assist of the season as well. Jamie Vardy still doing it with his 4th goal of the season, 9 points with a Winks assist. He had Buonanotte, who has impressed quite a lot recently with his 3 goals, 2 assists, but he got no attacking returns in this match. 11 ppm, though, really, really close to hitting max bonus, so 6 points. And last, Everton Fulham. Again, not that many highly owned players from these two teams, so we won't spend too much time on them. But the main talking point probably was the McNeil injury. We'll have to wait and see how serious that is, but he's had a great season so far. Still came away with 6 points, 3 bonus, even without the attacking return. He had Smith Rowe, so 6 points, his 4th attacking return of the season. Really nice dribble before he set up Iwobi for his goal. Iwobi, 10 points as well. And then Ashley Young got the assist for the Beto goal. Young now has 3 assists, which is 1 more attack and return than Trent Alexander-Arnold, but it costs 2.4 million. Before I move on to my team update, if you enjoyed that episode so far, please do leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and do hang about for our latest episode of the Dream Team Tonic podcast. I'll link that up next, but we have a Game Week 10 preview and recap what's happening Game Week 9 Dream Team so far with myself, Tony, and Ben at the Dream Team Tonic. So Game Week 9 so far, 87 points for the game week, 186th in the overall leaderboard. Matt Sells in goal, 5 points. I mentioned that he got that assist for me. I think that's the first time I've had an attacking return for my goalkeeper, so well pleased with that. He also got 0.3 rise last week. Rico Lewis and Vardiol make up my double up in the City defence. So 7 points for Lewis, 8 for Vardiol. I bought Dalot in this week, so he got me 3 points. I took Matty Cash out, who got 3 points. But I'm a lot more confident that Dalot will start the second compared to Matty Cash. I'm also recording this after Ten Hag has been sacked. So hopefully, with Ruud van Nistelrooy taking over as caretaker manager ahead of this Leicester match, they'll probably go, I'm hoping they go quite strong and make a statement at home to Leicester. Palmer, 10 points for him in that game against Newcastle. Did get the goal, could have had so much more. Obviously put one in, then was offside, and also it looked like they were going to get a penalty, but it was overturned. So 10 points from Palmer, can't be disappointed, but he always looks so dangerous. Bruno Fernandes, 5 points, a couple big chances created, and a bonus point in this one. Again, hoping that he can do something against Leicester at home in the Cup. Leicester struggling a little bit, so maybe they rotate in the Cup. Maddison, 6 points. Again, I mentioned I was disappointed, so 62 minutes played, but 6 points with an early sub isn't too bad. Foden, 6 points as well, so bonus points in this one. And then Kulusevski, just the 2. They've got a match against City in the Carabao Cup. There's rumours that City are going to rotate quite a lot, but the way Spurs have been, they rotate quite a lot as well. So all I can hope for is that maybe Maddison and Kulusevski have been saved for that one potentially. Haaland, 24 points with the captaincy. Again, 12 points. I'm not disappointed with that. He's my highest scoring player, even without the armband. So seems like it's made a decent decision for now. It's just whether or not he plays that Spurs match. And then Salah, 11 points with another goal. He's got Brighton up next. And Chiesa might still be out injured, so potentially Salah could start that one, which may end up with him being my highest scoring player. That is everything for this quick recap episode. I will have my usual top players to target coming later in the week after we've had the results of the Carabao Cup matches. So please leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and I'll see you on that one. Goodbye.